Have you heard the term superheat or subcooling in heating and air conditioning terminology, and perhaps wondered what the person was speaking of? Say the technician sounds like a foreign language, something abstruse. Well, it is kind of perhaps arcane to the average homeowner, but there are formulas that are very important when it comes to heating and air conditioning. When one comes to heating and air conditioning, they have two different sides. They have the low pressure side and the high pressure side. So if they have a split unit, that is, again, split unit. And one may ask, well, how do I know if I have a split unit? If you have the air handler under the house, in the closet, in the attic, or somewhere thereabouts, and you have the condenser outside and you have two copper lines, then this video may pertain to your scenario. Now, if it's a package unit, it may kind of vary from unit to unit. A package unit's just one big box outside, and that would be it. So hypothetically, if one has a split unit, then there are certain formulas when getting heating and air conditioning to get the refrigerant correct, so your heating and air works right and your compressor's not overly stressed, and everything just works in harmony. It's kind of so anyway, notwithstanding, okay, say for instance, if we have a like a set of gauges here, which is say the old analog gauges, and it's good to learn from the analog gauges here. So basically the blue side would be your low pressure, your suction side. The high pressure may be your the red may be your high pressure side. So to assess the formulas, okay, when one goes on here, okay, for the superheat, we've put a little mark here, superheat. Line temperature minus the gauge. Again, line temperature minus the gauge. And one may ask, well, what is the gauge? Okay, if we flip it over here, now the digital meters calculate this for you. So if we go over here and say if we're using R22 refrigerant, the green, and we go over here and we have, say, 75, well, we'll just hypothetically say 100 psi, pounds per square inch or something like that, pounds per square inch gauge. Okay, if we come across here, we know the green is R22. If we're using R22 refrigerant, we would reference this to the to the green, which would be 60. So this would be 60, and so the gauge would the 60 number would be here in the gauge. So we have the 60 number here on the gauge. So then we take the line temperature, and we assume the line temperature plus or minus, but we take whatever the line temperature. Say if the line temperature was 70 degrees, we would take 70 minus 60. This would give us superheat. So let's reiterate this. Okay, let's go back over here. Say we're using hypothetically R22 refrigerant. The pink would be 410A, the green would be R22. Let's go over here and say we have about 75 psi, and then we cross-reference this, and it looks like the temperature is going to be between 40 and 50. So let's just say 45 at 75, so 45. So we come over here and these are just mnemonics. You can write these down and it may help you. And so we come over here and we put 45 on the gauge, because this is the other side of the gauge, the 45. We take the line temperature with the temperature probe, and then say for instance the line temperature is 50, or say 55. Let's just say the line temperature is 55 degrees. 55 degrees minus 40 or 45 degrees would give us, let's see, I can't remember, did I say 45? We go over here, say 75, somewhere in between 40, 45. So let's just say, okay, we have 45 from the gauge here. We have the line temperature would say be 55. So, or say 55, just say 60. So 60 minus 45 would give us 15 degrees superheat, which 15, around the 12 to 15 mark for a superheat may be a good superheat. So this would be for R22 refrigerant. So this is a little formula how you calculate it. Now do keep in mind the digital meters, they calculate this for you. They make it easy, but it may not be a bad idea to learn how to do this manually, so you have a comprehensive idea of how things work and how things are going. So around a 15 degree superheat might be a good number, very plus or minus a few degrees. And so anyway, and so you just take and plug the numbers from the gauge, take the line temperature, subtract the line temperature from the gauge temperature, and this will give you superheat. Thank you for watching.